Hello, welcome back. This is a short update video for the 3.22 Atlas Keystone crop rotation, and I think I found two ways on how to maximize the gains you get from this keystone. First one gives you the maximum amount of T4 bosses and more Sacred Blossoms and Ushabis, and the second method gives you the maximum amount of life force in general. This is the original video if you want to watch it. I put it into the description as well. And this is the updated version. I took the same numbers from the prior example in the first video, but they are way too many fields compared to what you actually get on a plot, but I used it for consistency. So first of all, the premise is you get 5 blue fields, 6 yellow fields, and 7 purple fields. And we calculate with a 10% proc chance per seed or per field for getting one upgrade to the tier. So it jumps from a tier 1 to a tier 2 seed. But because it's an average, I calculated it with this formula. You take 1 plus the 10% or whatever your chance is, and then you take everything to the power of how many rotations you did. And for the first rotation, you do the purple, and then the other seeds get a 10% upgrade basically. And with 10% and 18 fields, you can get to about 3.5 average tier for the last 5 fields. And if you want the highest amount of seeds, then the best strategy is to do all of the fields where you have the most of. For example, here it's purple. You do the 7 fields, then the yellow and the blue upgrade the most, and then you have 6 yellow fields, then you do those the next, and then your 5 blue seeds have the highest possible value, and then you do those. Then your total choose score basically is this. And if you do it the other way around, where you only do the ones where you have the least from first, and then do the ones where you have the most from last, then you have a way lower average field level. And then there's another method. First of all, you have an actual crop rotation. You do purple, yellow, and then blue. And here you have the remainings. You do the purple first, therefore it's marked in here. And then you have one less. So you have 5 blue remaining, 6 yellow remaining, and 6 purples remaining. And then you follow this pattern, and it's easier to see in here. Once you get here, you do the one purple, then the one yellow. Then you have only one remaining for both the blue and the yellow. And then you have 2 purples remaining. You do the first one, and then the last one. Then you get to 0. And then you finish off with the remainings and end up at blue, where you had the least amount of at the start. And then you get way higher total choose values, and you do one color of each, and you begin with the one you had the most fields of until you have one of the least common ones remaining, and then you finish off with the most common ones, and then with the remaining ones. In this example, I used way too many fields. You probably get, if you have everything specced into the Atlas with Harvest, then you get like 10 fields maximum, I think. Then you could like half the fields. Then you get to 9, and you double the chance. Then at 9, your average tier is level 5 seeds, which is rounded down to T4 seeds. If you have 8 fields on average, it could very likely be that every seed in this last field is actually a boss. The first 2 examples here are calculated by formula. The last one is calculated by hand. And I think it's more likely between 10 to 50%. And then if you have 10 fields, you are more likely to get everything as a boss on average. And for the Atlas tree, basic skeleton tree is this. The important part is the 7 gates. We get the first one here, second here, third one here, and we spec into those because they are connected. And then we grab all of the harvest nodes. We skip those because we get the harvest from the 7th gate. And then we save 1 passive point by taking this. Then you can get doubling season for 10% more. Life force. Bumper crop is really nice to get 1 additional harvest for more compounding. Bountiful harvest is for the 10% chance for an additional monster, which is basically 10% more choose as well. And Heart of the Grove. Harvest crops in your maps have 60% increased chance to contain a tier 4 plant. And harvests in your maps have 10% chance for the unchosen crop to not wilt. That's the most important part, the last one, where the crops don't wilt, which gives you an additional field basically for more compounding. And with the keystone crop rotation, harvest crops in your maps contain only tier 1 plants. Harvesting crops in your maps has a chance to upgrade the tier of plants of different colors. And I could imagine Heart of the Grove works together with the crop rotation. If you say you have a 10% chance to upgrade a tier 3 plant to a tier 4 plant, then those 60% apply to the tier 3 plant, and then you get actually a 60% chance to get a tier 4 plant. And the same with the small nodes. If you still assume a 10% chance to upgrade to the next tier, then it could be with the 3 small nodes, you get actually a 30% chance to go from a tier 2 plant to a tier 3 plant. Usually the yellow life force has the highest value. If we don't want to block it, another idea I had was to actually block the most valuable one instead of the other ones. And then we hope for as many different colored seeds as possible. And then use the awakened sextant for the yellow plants, which gives us double the life force, but the mobs also have 100% more life. And with the sextant, we guarantee that we have at least one field, which gets giga juiced to tier 4 and the maximum amount of life force. But if you don't use the sextants, then I probably would just take one of the life forces that is the cheapest. And that's basically the skeleton tree for the harvest. The specs are on the side. You can read them on your own. I put the link to this tree also in the description. For my league start plan, this is probably the tree that I will start with. Rush to Wandering Path, have 100% chance to be one tier higher, and then fill out the rest. So I get 100% chance for one monster in each of your maps to drop an additional connected map. So I can go up higher levels. Captain Lance made a decent video about this, and in the past few leagues, Havoc also used a very similar tree to league start with. Before the league start, I might be able to make a few more videos, and one of them will be an Atlas tree. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on the new videos. I hope you got inspired. Like and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye bye.